Good afternoon, all. His Excellency Mr. Gilmar Pisas, Honorable Prime Minister and Minister of Health, Environment and Nature, charged with Environment and Nature. Ms. Zuleika Mook, Director of Economic Development and Innovation Division, Ministry of Economic Development and Tourism Sector, Acting Secretary General, Ministry of Economic Development. Mr. Charlon Melfort, Secretary General, Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature, Dr. Lisa Indar, Executive Director of CARFA, Iralis Janssen, Acting CMO and Head of Infectious Disease, other senior officers, members of the media, CARFA staff, and others. Welcome to the launch of the Tourism and Health Program, Curaçao, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature and Ministry of Economic Development, together with CARFA. I'm your moderator, Dr. Tatiana Rodriguez, and I want to announce that at the end of the official part, there will be no opportunities to ask questions, but a kind request if you can all stay for a group picture at the end of the official part. Thank you and welcome. Again, I would like to introduce, for the welcome part, Dr. Lisa Indar, Executive Director of CARFA.
His Excellency Mr. Gilmar Pisas, Honorable Prime Minister and Minister of Health, Environment and Nature, charged with Environment and Nature. Ms. Zuleika Mook, Director of Economic Development and Innovation Division, Ministry of Economic Development and Tourism Sector, and Acting Secretary General of the Ministry of Economic Development. Mr. Charlon Melfort, Secretary General, Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature. Dr. Iralis Janssen, Acting CMO and Head of Infectious Disease. Mr. Yoram Parabising, I think I got that wrong, Inspector General, Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature, other senior officials, members of the media, CARFA staff and others. Good afternoon. Today, it's my absolute pleasure to be welcoming you to this official launch of Curaçao's Tourism and Health Program, a transformative initiative that marks an exciting new chapter for healthier, safer, and more secure tourism in Curaçao. I am Dr. Lisa Indar, the Executive Director of the Caribbean Public Health Agency, which is the lead agency for health in the region. And I am delighted to be opening this landmark event. As the Caribbean Community Health Lead and the sole regional public health agency in the region, mandated by an intergovernmental agreement by heads of government, CARFA provides leadership in strengthening national systems across the 26 member states we govern and coordinating regional response to public health threats in the Caribbean. This event marks another milestone in the ongoing work between CARFA and Curaçao to strengthen public health nationally. So over the past 2 days, we have had wonderful discussions with the team both on health and tourism in terms about how do we advance this. And we recently agreed to continue this work and to be able to implement this program. And I really want to thank Mr. Melfort and the team for your wonderful hospitality. The launch of the THP, not only the Tourism and Health Program, not only shows the country's commitment towards strengthening its systems and capacities for travelers or visitor-based surveillance, it is also a testament of the collaborative spirit that fuels our regional progress to integrate public health and tourism. Tourism drives Curaçao's economy. Tourism drives the region's economy. It sustains thousands of families and connects us to the wider world. But particularly for Curaçao, beyond these facts and your increase in visitors' numbers, tourism tells the story of your culture, your spirit, and your warmth as a people. The health of Caribbean economies, including Curaçao's, is closely related to the health of the tourism industry, given our tourism dependence. The Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world. So, enhancing sustainable tourism is essential for promoting economic development, poverty eradication, and improving overall quality of life. But tourism growth and sustainability in the Caribbean do face health, safety, and environmental threats, in addition to the climate-related disaster events. In recent years, the region has been seeing more frequent and intense hurricanes and storms driven by climate change. We've been seeing more disease outbreaks and crises and deficiencies in environmental sanitation, which do impact on our tourism product. The 2019 COVID pandemic led to a global shutdown of tourism and travel, and it demonstrated the devastating health, economic, and social impacts that health threats can have on tourism and our small island states like Curaçao, and it reiterated the need to include health as a critical part of the travel and tourism sector. Healthy and safe tourism is thus essential and a necessity for profitable and resilient tourism, and by extension, economic growth. The Tourism and Health Program is one of CARPHA's flagship programs. It's novel and it's an innovative, visionary program that addresses the intersection of health, safety, and environmental sanitation in the tourism sector for a healthier, safer, more resilient Caribbean tourism. Through its development and implementation of a suite of Caribbean-tailored regional public goods like confidential early warning and response systems for cruise ship surveillance and land-based tourism, which captures illness in real time so that you can mitigate against disease spread. It builds capacity in food safety, prevention and control of infectious disease. It gives you regional guidelines on how to respond, and operational health, safety, and environmental standards, as well as a Healthier, Safer Tourism Award that recognizes you globally for creating a healthier, safer destination. Curaçao has now started that journey in becoming a healthier, safer destination. Curaçao is especially leading the way forward with cruise ship surveillance in the region. It played an instrumental role in the development and refinement of the advanced Caribbean vessel surveillance system, including being one of the 5 countries to pilot the advanced system in July 2025, prior to Curaçao's participation in the Regional Cruise Ship Surveillance Workshop in September 2025. Since the inception of the CVSS, the Cruise Ship Caribbean Vessel Surveillance System, in October 2021, we have had over 150 alerts of public health threats. These have been issued to Curaçao Vessel Surveillance System, helping the team to better monitor, make informed decisions, and nip things in the bud before they become an issue. And you have not heard of these because the system works. In addition to the cruise ship surveillance, the Caribbean Vessel Surveillance System, Curaçao has also participated in various CARPHA workshops, such as the regional health security meetings, as well as other stakeholder health meetings that allows Curaçao to build its capacity for healthier and safer tourism. These efforts underscore the commitment of Curaçao in ensuring its tourism product remains competitive and safer for its visitors and locals alike. With today's launch in Curaçao, Curaçao will now become the 14th CARPHA member state to officially implement the Tourism and Health Program nationally, and the second Dutch Caribbean island to launch the program. None of this would be possible without partnership, and this room here really speaks about the partnership among the government, ministries of health and tourism, and Prime Minister, thank you for being here, and all the stakeholders for their leadership and the commitment to the program. We thank you. Together, we are building a strong foundation for a more resilient tourism sector, for a more resilient health sector for our locals and our population that will benefit our visitors, but more so the people of Curaçao, as we join in celebrating the shared vision of a tourism industry that is healthy, safe, and sustainable to become more resilient. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Lisa Indar. And now I would like to invite Mr. Charlon Melford, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature, for his opening remarks and the health perspective.
All protocols observed, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. A very warm welcome to all of you. According to the statistic of the Curaçao Tourism Board, tourism in Curaçao has grown substantially since the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2025, approximately 788,000 stayover visitors arrived by air. And by June 2026, approximately 515,000 cruise passengers had already visited our island. These figures highlight both the importance of tourism to our economy and the public health reality of Curaçao. A small island of approximately 158,000 inhabitants, receiving very large numbers of international visitors from Europe, North America, South America, and beyond. Tourism contributes significantly to our economy, employment, and development. At the same time, international travels increase our exposure to communicable diseases and other public health threats. An important infection can spread rapidly in a small island community, affecting residents and visitors, placing pressure on our healthcare system and creating wider social and economic consequences. We have experienced this risk before. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, Curaçao had to act quickly after a hotel visitor was diagnosed with measles. More recently, another measles case involving a crew member on a visiting vessel again demonstrated the importance of early detection, isolation, and coordinated response. With measles outbreak continuing internationally, declining vaccination coverage in some countries, and other infectious and vector-borne disease remain a threat. Curaçao must remain vigilant. Even diseases that may initially appear manageable, such as varicella, can significantly disrupt small island communities. And these are only a few examples. The next public health threat may be familiar or maybe be entirely new. What matters is that we are prepared to detect it and respond effectively. This is precisely what the launch of the Tourism and Health Program in Curaçao is so important. We are grateful to CARFA for its partnership and technical support. And I also wish to recognize the Ministry of Economic Development, our tourism partners, and the public and private sector stakeholders involved. The Tourism and Health Program will help us strengthen surveillance and early warning system, improve information sharing, and promote closer cooperation between health and tourism. This meeting also gives us the opportunity to look beyond our individual sectors and ask ourselves an important question. How can health and tourism work together to create a stronger, healthier, and more sustainable destination? When we work together, we can not only welcome visitors to Curaçao, but also create a destination where people feel safe, healthy, and cared for, and when they are inspired to return. Protecting public health and supporting tourism go hand in hand. A destination that is healthy, prepared, and able to respond rapidly to health threats is also a destination that inspires confidence among residents, visitors, and international partners. Our objective is clear: to ensure that Curaçao can continue to welcome the world while protecting the health and well-being of our people and everyone who visits our island. On behalf of the Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature, I thank CARFA and all our partners for their commitments to this important initiative. Together, we can contribute to a healthier, safer, and more resilient Curaçao. Masha danki. Thank you.
And next up is Mr. Keston Daniel, giving the Caribbean perspective. And Mr. Keston Daniel is the Visitor-Based Surveillance Coordinator of CARFA.
Thanks very much. Good afternoon. And please allow me the opportunity to stand on the protocols already established. As was introduced, I am Keston Daniel, Coordinator for Visitor-Based Surveillance in the Tourism and Health Program at CARFA. And it's my pleasure to bring highlights on the Caribbean perspective of the THP. Particularly, it's a program that has been around for a few years, and we have already had implementation and countries adopting the program in the region. So we thought it is beneficial for us to bring that Caribbean perspective on how the THP has been implemented thus far. I would like to give the perspective, seek to highlight the work already done in the region, as I mentioned, in promoting healthier, safer tourism. The health of our Caribbean economies is closely related to the health of its tourism industry, particularly given the Caribbean is the most tourism-dependent region in the world. This industry contributes significantly to the economic viability and livelihoods of many of our member states, as we have already mentioned from our previous two speakers. So enhancing sustainable tourism is therefore essential for continued economic prosperity, poverty eradication, and improvement in the quality of life of our Caribbean citizens. With that being said, tourism resilience and growth in the Caribbean has been tested by health, safety, and environmental sanitation threats. These include hurricane and storms of increasing intensity due to climate change. Those are very important things that occur in our region. Disease outbreaks or clusters of new and re-emerging diseases, and deficiencies in environmental sanitation standards, all of which can impact our tourist arrivals. In addition to this, the health of our region's population can also be negatively impacted, resulting in loss of productivity, overwhelmed public health systems, and additional burden on our limited resources. The 2019 COVID-19 pandemic, as was mentioned already, showed us this very well. It led to a global shutdown of tourism and travel and demonstrated the devastating health, economic, and social impacts that a health threat can have on tourism in our small island developing states, and reiterated the need to include health as a critical part of travel and the tourism sector. And it's very happy to see that we had all of this happening over the last day or two days to have both health and tourism in these discussions here with us. Healthy and safe tourism is essential for profitable and sustainable tourism. The THP is one of CARFA's flagship initiatives, a novel, innovative, and visionary program that addresses the intersection of health, safety, and environmental standards in tourism for healthier, safer, more resilient Caribbean tourism. By providing regional public goods and tools like the confidential system, as was mentioned before, the tourism and health information system, the Caribbean vessel surveillance system, and more recently we have developed a mass gathering surveillance tool to support those types of events. Together with capacity building programs in food safety, prevention and control of infectious disease targeted towards our hospitality sector, regional guidelines, operational HSE standards, health and safety and environmental standards, and our Healthier Safer Tourism Award that has been designed for our tourism sector as a tangible product that they can receive for practicing healthier, safer tourism. We empower countries and stakeholders to create healthier, safer destinations that are resilient to future challenges. CARFA's THP work with a shared vision of integrating health and tourism to enhance this resilient and sustainable sector have resulted in the following key outcomes regionally. We have launched the THP in 14 Caribbean member states, as was mentioned earlier. Over 8,500 persons have been trained in various training programs across 25 of our member states. 260 persons from 7 of our member states have been trained in advanced food safety, which is a certification training program offered through the ServSafe Institute. So it's a 2.5-day program that robustly builds that capacity with respect to food safety and amongst food handlers. 171 tourism entities have been awarded the HST award that I mentioned before across 16 CARFA member states, including Sandals and all of the Sandals properties that are operational, including the one here in Curacao. We have 1,073 tourism entities also registered on the Tourism and Health Information Platform. That is one of our novel surveillance platforms that we spoke about during our mission, and to encourage and to outline how that system can be beneficial to tourism and health in Curacao as well. And through that program, we have also recorded over 4,500 cases of illness reported through that system, with 51 alerts that would have been generated through that system, where responses, over 90% of responses would have been done in under 24 hours. So that's the early warning and the quick nature of how these responses can occur through a system such as that. On the Caribbean vessel surveillance end, we have reported over 1,800 CVSS alerts to 21 member states. And I would like to repeat here again today, Curacao is one of our premier countries with respect to utilizing and implementing the CVSS program. And they are our flagship when we go out there to speak about the implementation of that specific program. So I would like to say congratulations on that as well. Yesterday, I asked a question about cricket. It's not highly subscribed in Curacao. It's more football, I believe, yes. But our mass gathering surveillance program has been developed with cricket in mind in our other Caribbean member states. But that background of using that in that mass gathering setting has been, or will be, or looked forward to being applied in this setting, which Curacao has as well. And it was mentioned you guys have an event coming up, which is the Jazz Festival. So we look forward to further collaboration, if possible, with respect to that. And lastly, just to note, we have also developed minimum regional guidelines for healthier, safer cruise tourism. That again, Curacao played an important role in, as we had our workshop last year in September. So again, thanks very much, and that is also available for use going forward. So these efforts underscore the commitment of CARFA and CARFA's member states in ensuring its tourism product remain both competitive and safe for visitors and local alike. Today's launch is a pivotal step forward, and none of this would be possible without partnerships in the Caribbean among the governments, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Tourism, the private tourism sector, and all stakeholders for their leadership and commitment to this program. Together, we are building a foundation for a more robust tourism sector that benefits not only visitors, but also the people of the Caribbean region. And we join in celebrating a shared vision of a tourism industry that is healthy, safe, sustainable, and resilient. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Keston Daniel. And next up, Ms. Zuleika Moak for the Tourism Perspective, Director of the Ministry of Economic Development.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, colleagues, and partners. All protocols observed. On behalf of the Minister of Economic Development, the Honorable Dr. Roderick Middelhoff, I am pleased to join you on the second day of the Tourism Health Program mission in Curaçao. The discussions during this innovation and mission have made one point very clear. Health and tourism cannot be treated as separate matters. A safe and healthy destination protects our people. It also protects jobs, businesses, investment, and visitors' confidence. Tourism is one of the main pillars of Curaçao's economy. Its success reaches far beyond cruise and hotels terminals. It supports restaurants, transport providers, tour operators, cultural activities, retail businesses, and many other local entrepreneurs. For that reason, the strength of our tourism sector matters to our whole country. But success cannot be measured by visitors' number only. We must also look at the quality of the visitor experience, the value created for Curaçao, and the capacity of the systems that support our tourism. And this is especially relevant today. Ministry of Economic Development and the Tourist Board are consulting stakeholders on the findings, as you know, of the Tourism Carrying Capacity Study. This work is important for the future of our tourism sector. It helps us consider how tourism can continue to grow while respecting the capacity of our infrastructure, environment, and our community. The Tourism and Health Program fits within this broader vision. It strengthens one of the systems on which a resilient destination depends. It also supports a more data-driven approach to the tourism management. So through tools such as the Tourism and Health Information System, but also the Caribbean VASL Surveillance System, health authorities and tourism partners can identify possible health risks earlier. Reliable information can support a faster and more coordinated response. It can help prevent a small incident from becoming a larger disruption. This approach is based on preparation, not fear. Good data helps us understand what is happening. It helps us decide when action is needed. And most importantly, it helps us act before the cost becomes greater for our community, our visitors, and our economy. Data alone, however, is not enough. Cooperation is essential. At the national level, government and the private sector each have an important role. Our health authorities bring public health expertise, but the Tourism Board, together with the Ministry of Economic Development, connect policy with the tourism sector. Hotels, restaurants, ports, and other tourism businesses see what is happening on the ground. And when these partners work together and share information responsibly, our entire system becomes stronger. Regional cooperation is just as important. Visitors move between islands by air and by sea. Public health threats do not stop at national borders. So through CARFA, countries can use shared common tools, standards, training, and regional expertise. Curaçao can learn from the experience of other destinations, but we can also contribute to a stronger regional response. As you heard, Curaçao is the second Dutch Caribbean country to commit to the implementation of this program, the Tourism and Health Program, following St. Martin. We are pleased to support this initiative, and we will continue to work with the Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature, the CTB, our Tourist Board, the CARFA, our private sector partners like the Curaçao Hospitality Tourism Association, so the program can move forward. This official launch is an important step, but it's only the beginning. The real value will come from participation, training, timely information, and most importantly, action. That is how we turn a regional program into practical benefits for Curaçao. Together, we can build a tourism sector that is not only successful, as we have seen, but also informed, prepared, resilient, and healthy. Thank you.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As you all know, tourism is one of the most important pillars of our economy. It creates jobs, generates foreign exchange, and touches nearly every household on this island. Protecting and growing this pillar is a national priority. Tourism and health are inseparable. More tourists mean more revenue to invest in healthcare, but more tourists also mean a greater risk for the spread of infectious diseases and outbreaks, which can drive tourists away. A strong tourism and health program protects our reputation as a safe destination and keeps Curaçao attractive to visitors. This protection starts with a solid health infrastructure, well-equipped hospitals, well-functioning laboratories, reliable surveillance system, and well-trained professionals. The necessary investments in this infrastructure are a condition for a safe, resilient tourism sector. Under this program, and with CARFA's support, Curaçao will register hotels, tour operators, and other tourism entities in the Regional Tourism Health Information System, strengthen visitor-based surveillance and our borders and facilities, build capacity for mass gathering surveillance, and train tourism professionals in the prevention and control of infectious diseases. Together, these measures give us early warning and rapid response, which are the backbone of a safe tourism destination. All this requires close cooperation between the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Economic Development, the Curaçao Tourism Board, and the tourism sector. We are committed to seeing this through step by step. Finally, we thank Dr. Lisa Indar, Executive Director of CARFA, and her team for assisting us in joining the Regional Tourism and Health Program. Also, thanks to everyone who contributed to making this day possible. With that, I officially launch the Tourism and Health Program for Curaçao.
Thank you, His Excellency Mr. Gilmar Pisas. And finally, I would like to invite Mr. Shalon Melfor again, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Environment and Nature, for his vote of thanks.
Gratitude is the ladder to success. It is with a grateful heart that I deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of our Prime Minister, also Minister of Health, Environment and Nature, Mr. Gilmar Pisas, and also on my own behalf. To the Minister of Economic Development, Mr. Middelhoff, thank you for joining us in this important journey. Over the past 2 days, our ministry, stakeholders, and the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, have together to learn and exchange experiences on the Tourism and Health Program, THP. Yes, the THP is important for Curaçao. It helps us to protect the health of our people and also our visitors, strengthen our tourism sector, and safeguard Curaçao reputation as a safe destination. Through surveillance early warning system, regional standards, training, and tools such as THIS, Tourism Health Information System, we can identify and respond to health risk more effectively. Suku Nosa Gaba Sumes. Nevertheless, allow me to recognize our Dr. Hilmi Davelaar, Dr. Tina Cheng, stand up, and Dr. Tatiana Rodriguez for the excellent work implementing the Caribbean Vessel Surveillance System. A round of applause for them. We look forward to your continuous leadership and guidance in the strengthening and expanding the tourism and health program in Curaçao. A special thank you to Dr. Lisa Ender and her CARFA team for their expert guidance and continued support in bringing the DHP to Curaçao. I also sincerely thank CTB, CHATA, the Harbor Master, port authorities, shipping agencies, and all other stakeholders for their valuable participation and contributions. Finally, thank you to the officers and advisors of both ministries of health and economic development, our communication and organizing team, and Directorate of Risk Management and Disaster Policy, and their hospitality. To the media, thank you for your presence and coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, these 2 days have strengthening our participation and brought Curaçao one step closer to a safer, healthier, and more resilient tourism sector. Masha, Danki. Thank you.
Mr. Charlon Melfor. And we would like to invite you all to come in front here for the group picture. I will let push this away.
Wat mee gewoon. Mee ergens. Je groepen.
John, Senhora, havenmeester.
Ja. Now a larger group.